Drill for 90 to 11 coming at you with another video. This video is regarding Lenny's Dark Magician Invoked. I'm not quite finished, but I've been working on it, and this deck here has 13 wins, 0 losses. They were all single duels, but if you want to count the complete matches, it did 3 matches in a row. Without any losing, 2 out of 3. That's besides the 13 single matches. So it's got a lot of wins. Just a lot of people don't know how to out it, because basically I'm gonna go through the cards and explain them kind of quick. So you have 2 Dark Magician. So that's standard, just in case they banish one. They never break me, the deck cannot break. And then you have 1 Dragon of Destiny. That card, it has so many plays until going to Dragoon and Dragonite. Sometimes it can even be first turn. Watch my videos on 14 different ways to special summon Dragoon or Dragonite in first turn. Then you have only 1 Apprentice Illusion. That has another combo with Rod for Dragoon and Dragoon or Dragonite first turn. Then also it can boost any of the spellcasters. But to be honest with you, I'm just using it for the Dragoon combo. 1 Dark Magician girl, you already know, she's kind of just a brick. But she never breaks me. I always use her to discard or dumping her with Magician Souls. Then we have 2 Alistair the Invokers. So they do come out cards that we have to negate, like their Ash Blossom or Infinite Impermanence. We target, usually go for Seravis, or we go for Call by the Grave. Or if we already have Dragoon on the board, then we just use that to only negate so that they don't target or stop our Alistair. Then after that, you have 2 Rods. And going backwards a little, it looks like it has 2 Alistairs, but if you pay attention at the bottom, we have 2 Magical Meltdowns. So those draw those, so it's 4. And then obviously Terraforming will search the Magical Meltdown, so it's like having 5. I didn't want to put more because I don't want to brick with them, and honestly it's 100% legit. For the Rod, it's the same thing, because we have 2 Illusion of Chaos, and the Illusion of Chaos search the Rod, so it's like essentially having 4 of them. So you don't want to brick on them. So 2 is perfect. I've never had any issues. 1 Spellbook Engine for the draw power. And then 3 Magician Souls. You already know what they do. They're pretty sick. Then the Seravis and the 2 Illusion of Chaos. Then you have 1 Dark Magic Attack. Pretty good combo when you need it. 1 Invocation. I never needed more. 1 Dark Magic Veil, just in case I were to break, or I need like a Dragoon to come back out, or if I need the Dark Magician for any reason. Then I have the Spellbook Engine. Automatically lets me draw 5 cards, because 1 card draws the other draws the last one, and the last one draws 2. So if you do on a calculator, that's 5. So it brings the deck down to 35 card deck. Honestly, pretty sick. Then the Terraforming is pretty key in this deck, because you have a lot of choices. You can either search for your Magician Salvation, you can search for the Magical Meltdown, you can search for the Valley of the Spellcasters, Secret Valley of the Spellcasters, or you can search for your Mystic Mine in case you need it. So the Mystic Mine comes in clutch sometimes. When your opponent has like 3 or 4 negations and you play a card and then it's negated, then you attack with it, and then you kill the monster, you try to play something else, and then they negate it again. And then you chain something in the graveyard, they negate, and then since they already gone through 3 negations, you just hit them with Mystic, and that's it, they're locked. Then after that, you can recuperate or combo out from there with like Skill Drain, Eternal, or just about anything, any other combo that you can think of as Eternal Circle, or just establishing the board back up, drawing a few cards. So besides that, we have the preparation, searching for the illusion of chaos if we need it, or the Serapis if we need it. Then 3 soul servants, they're pretty good. 1 Secrets of Dark Magic. To be honest with you, I feel like putting 2, but I'm gonna leave it at 1. We have 1 Call by the Grave, 1 Magician's Restage. You already know how I utilize it. So basically, I use it, then I bring out Magician Souls, and then I use the effect to discard and I draw. I didn't put a left or a right hand because we can't have any bricking at all. Like, this deck needs to draw like crazy, so I just put 1 of those. And then 1 Circle, 2 Magical Meltdown, 1 Magician Salvation, 1 Village, 1 Mystic Mind, 2 Eternal Soul, 1 Imperial Custom, 1 There Can Only Be 1. This card shuts every deck that you can think of down. The moment you play it, if they can't out it, all they can do is bring 1 monster at a time. Even some of the decks that have 3 engines, they just bring 2 and then they just stop. And some of those monsters, they come with 1,500 of attack or less. Like, basically they can't do nothing. When you bring out Dark Magicians, like the strongest monster in play, if they can ever out of There Can Only Be 1, it's like 95% win. It's crazy. Because the extra deck is already set up for you to work with the extra deck. When There Can Only Be 1 gets activated, there's basically nothing your opponent could do. Then after that, you have 1 Skill Drain. You could play 3, but I don't because I'm using a lot of my monster effects, so 1 Skill Drain is fine. And then the extra deck, as you can already see, 2 Makaba, the Dragon Knight, 2 Dragoon, 1 the Dark Magicians. The rest of them don't matter. The ones that matter are these links. So a lot of these links allow you to go to Dragoon or Dragon Knight the first turn. And then also the Crawley. It just allows you to get the Spellbook engine from your deck without even having it in your hand, as long as you have 2 spellcasters. And sometimes it comes in clutch because you can special like a Magician Souls, Magical Meltdown, get Alistair, then you play it, and even if they negate those plays, the Magician Souls will still, it'll take the Magical Meltdown and draw a card, but they might have stopped your Alistair. You just link, and then you just go into the deck to mill the deck by 5 cards, because it doesn't matter what you get. Sometimes you might opt out for just special summoning twice, and even if you get the regular prophecy, you just normal it, and then you just draw 5 cards into your deck. It's pretty sick. Even opening hand, you open up with 5 cards, so that combo by itself is 5 cards, so that automatically puts you at 10 cards, and that doesn't even include the rest of your cards that you're playing. It's so sick, man, so sick. Yeah, so I've played it a lot of times and I haven't lost once. It's pretty sick. I'm pretty happy for the deck. In my opinion, I think it needs a little bit more minor tweaking because I want it to be faster. This deck is able to draw somewhere around 15 cards in the first turn. But I'm not happy. I want to draw more than that. I want to go past like 20 or at least 18 cards constantly. But right now, the deck's pretty good. You can always find your way in and out of things. A Dragoon, Dragonite all the time. We don't really need an Anaconda. And then with the Macabre, you already know. You got the Omni Negate, plus the Dragoon, plus the Circle, plus this, plus that. And then when you got the Macabre, the Dragoon, it's pretty sick because there can only be one. It's 100% win rate. Anything they try to out it, you just Omni Negate with Dragoon, and they can't really bring anything out. And Macabre's is gonna negate again, so it's pretty sick. So this is for you, Lenny. Build this deck, play test it. In my opinion, how you play test it for me, I usually do get a piece of paper and a notepad and something to write, and do somewhere around 12 test hands, 5, 5, 5, 5. Like draw 5, and then play it, see what happens. Always take 1 or 2 negates, just so that when you go to the locals, you're simulating what actually happens. And then do 12 of those, and then do the same thing, 12 again, but draw 6. Like if you're going second turn, and try to negate twice always against yourself. For the most part, like people who don't play locals, I tell them to at least go through 1 negate. But people who go through locals, you have to go through 2 to 3 negates every single turn. In the locals, it's just the truth. But people don't tell you that because they suck. They can't even go through 1 negate. But that's the way you play test, and then write down on the piece of paper which times you lost and whatnot, or which times the deck bricked or something. If you need to change a card or two, I'm pretty sure nothing's gonna happen because I already play tested it thoroughly and nothing really happened. And then the other thing is, take it to your locals and then try it out. If you want to know the combos, just ask me. Honestly, I think the deck has more than like 230 different combos. To be honest with you, like really, each card just combos with everything. It's so crazy. So with that being said, I'm happy that I built it and I got a lot of success because all the Dark Magician players, the community said, don't play Invoked, it's dead. And that just goes to show you they don't know what they're doing. With this deck, Harpy's Feather Duster does nothing to you. The Kaijus don't affect you. Ash Blossom doesn't do anything to you. And you're bringing out Dragoon or Anaconda. It's pretty good, and you have a lot of draw power. In the future, I'm gonna be updating it because I want more draw power in the deck. But the video's gone long enough. Hope you like it, Lenny. This is the stage 1. Like it's the rough draft of the deck, but it's already working really well. And then I'm gonna have to finish off the deck. But with that having been said, Dark Magic Attack.